Welcome back to Titan Academy. In this video, we will discuss emailing documents using document generate automation. We will review how to use and populate email fields on the form, customizing the body of the subject, sending to additional mails, and sending to several emails but the same email, also known as join mails. We'll use a project that we used in a previous video and continue to build on it. First and foremost, let's review what has been done thus far. This is a Titan Docs project. We have added 2 email fields to the form itself. These can be found under Basic, Input, Email. And on each of these elements, we have individually checked the option under the basic email, custom mail to filter. And on each of these elements, we have enabled the custom mail to filler option under basic email. So you must enable this on each email field that you add to the screen if you want to send this document as an email through automation. On the form itself, on the Salesforce Integration, we've populated these 2 fields. In the get that is created, we created a get for opportunity. Opportunity is where we are generating this document. Let's review the settings there. The object is opportunity. The conditions are opportunity ID is equal to record ID. So Titan finds the record from which the document was called. Rule condition group by a sort order are left by default. And the map fields, we've set the mapping as such with 2 different email fields on the opportunity. Right here, email opportunity and email additional. We are mapping the email opportunity to the first email field and email additional to the second one. And then in our form document generation word mapping, we've configured the word mapping, email file name section, and here we've selected the form emails. I'll go ahead and review how to do that again. We will see this option, send to form emails. Check the first box to enable the email being sent to the email to field, and the second box to enable the email being able to send to the additional field. If we want to join the mails together and send to each of these email addresses the same email instead of the default set in the other settings, click join mails. We'll make this opportunity custom subject and the body as such. Since this generate function runs when the document is generated either manually or automatically, what we'll do is we will invoke this document through a flow, and then when the document is triggered through the flow, all of this will execute, and this email will be sent with this attachment to the 2 email addresses that we pull in from the opportunity right here. So I have created a flow in Salesforce, and this is how it works. Let's go ahead and just edit this. Let's review the settings. Our object is the object from which we're starting, the opportunity. We configure the flow to run when the record is created or updated. And I have set this to run when this checkbox, send a document, is equal to true. You can set whatever conditions you want. The actions that we run, the immediate action that we want to run is an apex action. And that apex action that you want to add comes in our managed package. It is called Form Builder FT DocGen. You give it an appropriate label such as send document and an appropriate API name. The 3 values that you will need to save are the document API key, the form hash. The 3 values that you will need to save are your Titan org API key, the form hash of this document project, and then the object ID, record ID of the record that triggers this flow. So let's look and see where we get this information. If you come into your documents project, go to the word mapping, scroll down here and look for the process builder section. You will want to configure this and make sure that process builder is enabled for your appropriate object, in this case the opportunity. And here you will get both the form hash and the org API key. This form hash is specific to this form, so you just paste it into the flow into this section here, FT form hash. And the API key applies to the entire org. That's displayed right here, so just copy this and put it in the API key section here. For your object ID, you need the record ID of the record that calls this flow. And the way you get to that in the flow is something like this. You look for the triggering opportunity and find the record ID. Sorry, this is actually the opportunity ID. So you'll scroll down, find the field opportunity ID. Triggering opportunity ID. So we save this and activate it, In my case, it's already activated. Let's give this a test. Now what should happen when I set this send document field to true? The flow will execute. The document project will be generated. Titan will pull in these two email addresses, and we will send that custom email with the document attached to these two email addresses. Salesforce will then clear out this field because I put a field update here to update the opportunity to set the send document back to false when we're done. So that should happen. Let's give it a test. I will set my send document to true. I have saved, and now you see immediately send document is set back to false. That means that the flow executed, and now we wait to get an email. It should arrive in just a second. We have gotten it. Let's have a look. So here's our email sent with the custom subject that we set and our custom body. It is sent to, in the to line, these two email addresses that we had designated on the opportunity, and the file is attached. And that is how it's done.